Next up, we have our clean power field lens number 8, the nice guy slash good girl debt collector. This one, this is a good example of some dirty power. Okay, um, I encounter this a lot, and I'm going to say with more effeminate males and females. Most females are more feminine, and many males are becoming more feminine, I think, because there's plastic in the water. And just our culture is that way. So let's dive in. Okay, niceness that's secretly a contract, okay, becomes resentment, usually for these other people, okay? And then resentment becomes coercion. So oftentimes it's this veneer of nice. Some people call it Minnesota nice. And then afterwards, they're actually not that nice. They're actually can be quite cruel, right? And very cutting and biting. It's like, well, I was nice to you. And so now you owe me something, or they use this veneer of niceness. Okay, this is extractive. This is dirty power. So dirty power often hides in being good, right? They think that they are doing this great thing. Oh, like I'm smiling or I'm not raising my voice, like the example from the last video. And because of that, I now can do whatever I want because I have superiority. Okay, this is dirty power. Just because someone has a smile on their face and are using calm language, doesn't mean that they are using healthy power. So we had in our last video the example of aggressive, right? More masculine aggression, right? This is passive aggressive and passive aggression, passive, more passive, dirty power, which is usually seen as more feminine, right? Okay, so you can then oftentimes, these people will often, because they have this veneer of niceness. I want to say one thing about the smile. Okay, in Japanese, it's called Neco no Kaburu. So Neco is cat, meow, okay? No means that which belongs to, or that like ownership over or of, that which possesses. And Kaburo, like kabuki, means mask. So it translates to the cat's mask, or truly it would be mask of the cat, okay? And this concept, I lived in Japan for a while, studied Japanese culture for a long time. Very, very helpful, right? If you don't speak a second language, I encourage you to do it. Japanese is a great one. There's many others. German, I've heard, is fantastic for philosophers. I would love to learn German at some point. Dutch. All right, not to digress. Neko no Kaburu. It directly ties into this. When someone has Neko no Kaburu, or mask of the smiling cat, they are hiding their true feelings underneath this mask, okay? And a cat can't help but smile. It's just like literally how their facial structure is. And if they actually lift their lips up, there's a row of fangs underneath, okay? So their smile is not actually that of like happiness or kindness. Cats can also be happy and kind. I have a cat. He's great. I love him. But he's got more sharp fangs than anything on planet Earth other than other cats. They're literal killers, right? And so people will hide behind this niceness, this nice girl, this good girl, good boy. And they're actually can be quite vindictive, right? Quite vicious. They just do so from this underhanded, passive perspective. And so clean power, on the other hand, is direct. And it doesn't use Neko no Kaburu. It doesn't have this smiling, hey, will you do this for me? Blah, 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 passive, passive, passive. It's I would like this thing. Oh, I'm hearing you don't want that. Okay, you're not consenting. I'm going to disengage. Neko no Kaburu, or this notion of like the good girl, good boy. Oh, well, and it's like, ugh, it's not a healthy integrated communication style. So what is the field tail here? Resentment is usually always kind of the sign from this. Either you resenting you doing the thing that they are asking you to do, or them resenting them not actually holding a strong boundary. They can use this mask of the cat to then actually like also fall prey to doing something they don't want to do. And instead of actually then having clean power and holding a boundary, they then just follow through with whatever the situation is. And then they have resentment, and then they continue to have this smile. They continue to be a good girl or good boy, but they then punish you for it later, as we talked about in previous videos. Okay, litmus test. How can you know whether you're doing this? Did I say it cleanly, or did I bargain, right? Am I trying to like do some sort of dealing? Am I using, some sort of like manipulative tactics? I always think of like girls, and they like flip their hair, or a lot of girls when they're talking, they'll like bring their arm up over their head like this. Like this one. I get this a lot. And they're like, oh, hey, how's it, how's it going? This. And it's like I get it, but like, are we having a communication? Are you being clear about what you want? Now, maybe that is being clear, but are they being manipulative? Okay. Okay, here's the other one. What am I secretly trying to buy? Okay, so if a person's not being direct, instead of them saying, "Hey, Lightstone, I see you at the gym every time, or I see you at the gym all the time. I would like to get to know you better." Awesome, that's great. Instead of like weird games of like smiling and like looking away, like all this other stuff. No, like this is exactly what I'm talking about. Be clean with your power. Be clean with your communication. Instead of like, ah, ha, 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 ha." No, like these are adult women, right? Like, like be an adult. Speak for yourself. It's okay. Put yourself out there. I go and talk to people every day, and I will ask people on dates. Some of them say no. That's okay. It's okay. But be solid in yourself. And a lot of times, the people that have this Neco no Kaburu, what's behind the mask? The mask is maybe actually kind of vapid, right? It's a facade, a false facade. And they haven't done the healing work that they need inside of themselves to heal their wounded parts, usually wounded childlike parts. And so because of this, I work with a lot of clients who are saying, you know what, I'm way too agreeable or I'm way too passive aggressive. And this takes a lot of courage for a client to come to me and say this. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much for your honesty. Guess what? I can help you with that. And so we use internal family systems. We look at, okay, like where have you felt like this in the past? Let's heal that wounded part and let's make a new protocol. That's why it's called the Stone Protocol, a new protocol. So when someone tells you, hey, can you come and pick me up at the airport or like drop me off at the airport at 3 in the morning and you have work at 9, you can say no. Like it's okay to say no, right? It's okay to hold the boundary. But if no one taught you how to do that, people didn't teach me healthy boundaries when I was young. Um, you won't know how to do that. It's like if you want to learn how to slam dunk, like if someone didn't teach you how to do that, you're not going to know how to slam dunk. And if you're, 5'5", it's going to be really hard unless you get a ladder. And the protocol can be getting a ladder. That's fine, right? You got to change the rules sometimes, but to learn what rules you can change. And the only way to do that is to understand, like, where am I? Why am I doing this? And how can I do it better from that healthy, integrated place that is non-coercive? I talk about this in my coaching program all the time. Send me a message for more information.